Hey there, I'm Hara. Today we are diving into a topic that every designer and honestly every professional needs to master: how to handle design critique on both an emotional and a communicational level. Handling critique effectively is key to growing as a designer, building better products, and collaborating successfully with your team. But let's face it, it's not always easy, right? So let's break it down together. The first step to mastering critique starts with yourself. Here are two important mindset shifts. 1. Detach yourself from your work. Your design is not you. Feedback on your design isn't a critique of your worth as a person. I know it can feel personal, especially when you're poured so much into your work, but learning to separate yourself from your design will help you stay open to feedback. 2. Embrace imperfection. Here's a reality check: no one is perfect, and that's okay. Sometimes you'll miss things or your solution won't hit the mark. Instead of getting defensive, say, "You're right, I hadn't thought of that." Or, "I didn't have time to explore that, but let me revisit it." Admitting you're human shows confidence and humility. It's always better than stubbornly defending something that isn't working. So imagine this: you've just delivered a design you're really proud of, but then your design manager or product manager gives you some feedback. Maybe they're skeptical about your solution, or worse, maybe they outright reject it. Your first instinct? Probably to defend it, right? But it works because of XYZ. Or maybe you're thinking, why don't they get it? Trust me, I've been there. But here's the thing: defensive reactions can make you look closed off and unwilling to collaborate. What if instead you handled critique with calm confidence? Let's explore how. Here's a step by step approach you can use in any critique situation. 1. Pause, breathe, and listen. Before reacting, take a deep breath. Listen carefully to what's being said and focus on understanding why they're giving you this feedback. 2. Stay calm and composed. It's easy to feel frustrated or disappointed, but keep your tone neutral and professional. Raising your voice or getting too emotional makes you seem defensive instead of collaborative. 3. Ask clarifying questions. If the feedback isn't clear, dive deeper. Can you elaborate on what's not working? Or what specific concerns do you have? This shifts the conversation into problem solving mode. 4. Brainstorm alternatives. Start thinking of alternative solutions. If you can't come up with them on the spot, that's okay. Just say, "Thanks for the feedback. Let me think this over and come back to you with some options." This shows you're open to collaboration and willing to revisit your ideas. 5. Acknowledge good feedback. If the critique raises a valid point, say so. For example, "You're right, I didn't catch that." Or, "That's a great call out. Let me work on it." If you've already considered the issue, explain your thought process. "I see where you're coming from. I actually thought about that too, and here's how I approached it." 6. Ask for their input. Finally, ask, "Do you have any ideas or suggestions to address this?" You don't have to promise to follow their exact suggestion, but it shows you value their perspective. The benefits of critique. 1. You grow as a designer. Feedback helps you see blind spots, refine your work, and become more adaptable. Skills every great designer needs. 2. You build trust and credibility. People will see you as someone who's collaborative, professional, and open to ideas. And honestly, that makes you a joy to work with. Handling tough or unhelpful feedback. Not all feedback will be actionable, and that's okay. If you're struggling to understand someone's critique, try asking, "Could you clarify what you mean by that?" Or, "Is there a specific issue I should focus on improving?" If the feedback feels subjective or out of scope, consider whether it aligns with the project's goals. It's okay to prioritize feedback that's constructive and ignore what isn't relevant. So now, a quick recap. Handling feedback like a pro. 1. Breathe and listen. 2. Stay calm, keep your tone professional. 3. Ask clarifying questions. 4. Brainstorm alternatives. 5. Acknowledge good feedback. And finally, 6. Ask for suggestions. Remember, critique is not rejection, it's an opportunity to collaborate, refine, and grow. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final thought. Handling critique is a skill, and like any skill, it gets easier with practice. The more you embrace feedback as part of your process, the more confident and adaptable you'll become. And that's what makes great designers truly stand out. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments. What's the best or toughest piece of feedback you've ever received? Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video.